Ho! Hey folks, I'm WWE Hall of Famer Hacksaw Jim Duggan, and nothing gets me through the day like a piece of CJ Nova 992. Smash the like button with a 2x4 and subscribe!
Hello everyone, this is CJ Novo 992. And today we are back for the other episode of Kayfabe Boom. Now, we did do a SummerSlam recap. If you missed episode 1, I will make sure to link it in the description down below. But we're back every single week. We're going to bring you guys some wrestling news, our opinions, ask you to get involved. A lot of you have done, so we're going to jump to that in just a second. But let's introduce the rest of my faction. Starting off with Simmy channel, Simmy channel.
How you doing, all? I said lol there. Who says lol? Jesus Christ. Remember I was with that guy one time, he said Drawful. Nearly lynched him.
Get him. Kick him out the posse, mate. And the man that kind of stole some of my thunder last week, because I'm supposed to be the funny one on the channel. Baz.
Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to be the funny one in the channel, mate, you're probably better not asking me to come on.
How'd you remove someone, Simmy? How'd you kick someone from a panel?
Talk about a shoot right there, eh?
Okay, that was like straight on.
I mean, I'm sure you'll figure it out. We'll see what happens on the next podcast next week if I'm on or no. If I'm not on it, then you know that's me being super kicked out the channel.
See how the reaction is in the comments. There's too many Baz comments and not enough CJ ones. I'm like, yeah, that's not working.
Right,
no.
You'll see next week's podcast and it'll be like, hello there, it's Baz 992.
He's took over everything. Intro and
I'm back for a brand new show.
Remember the drums. Never forget the drums.
Oh, that's why we don't get the gig. I forgot the drums. You don't do the drums, you don't get the gig.
That's a part and parcel with the entire channel. If you didn't do that, then I know what you're talking about. But yeah, so let's start off with the very first subject. We are going to talk about the reinvented superstars. Who's like some of your best? We have got some of your comments on Twitter. Thank you for sending them in as well. And also on YouTube comments, but I thought let us start off with them first. I'm going to go with Simmy. Simmy, who is your number one or one of your superstars that's reinvented themselves for the better, who started them with a shit gimmick and sort of bounced their way up the card?
See, well, there was one I had my kind of contemporary, but he never had a bad gimmick and reinvented it. So I'm going to go with him.
Oh.
I'm going to go with one of my favourite wrestlers of all time. I also believe one of the most underrated wrestlers of all time. Was never a WWE champion, but he was an original ECW champion. He didn't have much of a run in WWF. I don't even think he wrestled, but he was a manager. And he reinvented himself in ECW from Johnny Flamingo to Raven.
Oh my God.
He came out in about 95, I think it was. Maybe definitely been 90s. Walked out the bingo hall, leather jacket, cut off jeans, real grungy looking, and the crowd stood up and applauded at the change of character it had. I hadn't even wrestled at this point yet. But they just went, this looks good. And he just totally reinvented himself and became, in my opinion, one of the greatest ever.
Yeah, that's a great start. Baz, how are you going to follow that one up? And then we're going to...
I can't, mate. I can't follow that. I was sitting here saying, do not say Raven. Do fucking not say Raven. Do you know, it is good. I mean, there's a lot to pick for, and it's kind of hard to distinguish between the difference between a wrestler's character evolving through time and somebody actually reinventing herself. Because I was even thinking like Sting. You know, Sting had the blonde hair and all that back in the day, and he went away, reinvented himself, came back as like sort of Crow Sting. Then I thought, well, that's a wee bit more like, you know, the evolution of the character. So I've went for a pretty obvious one. I've went for Glenn Jacobs, who, as we know, is was that going to be your one?
That was mine. I thought it was so clever.
Right, so I went for Glenn Jacobs. You know, he came in as Isaac Yankum, this fucking dentist with horrible teeth, blonde hair. I think it was managed with Jerry Lawler. Stupidest thing I've ever seen. He gets away, comes back as fake Diesel, which obviously doesn't work. That was part of GR's programme when he said he's going to bring back Diesel and Razor Ramon. These two characters appear and everybody's like, that's no Scott Hall and Kevin Nash. And he went, I didn't say I was bringing back Scott Hall and Kevin Nash. So needless to say, that didn't work. Then obviously he comes in as the Undertaker's brother, who bumped everybody to death and went to hell, went to heaven, the devil's favourite demon, all that sort of stuff. I've went with Kane.
It's actually a good one as well, because you have actually multiple Kanes, because you have like the ones that never used to speak, and then he kind of half spoke, and then he had like the comedy value towards the end of that as well, and then like the unsuited one. So I'm sure we'll get into them eventually, but
Corporate Kane. I mean, he
Kane.
did. He came out and the guy couldn't fucking speak. He used to make be all burnt and all that. Then the next minute, you know, he's healed up a wee bit, you know, but he's still baldy, and he's got the tap off, no scars or flaming marks or anything like that. Then the next minute he's out with a fucking three-piece suit, corporate Kane. Do you know what? Simmy's a bit like that. We were actually calling Simmy corporate Simmy, because we used to go out in the piss and Simmy would just shop in a fucking pair of denims and a denim jacket with Metallica badges on it or whatever, and not give a fuck, right? And then the next minute started seeing this lovely girl we know, he's still seeing her called Jen, and she sorted his act right out. Next minute we all go. Next minute he's showing up with the fucking tie on and all that. All right, guys, how he's all doing today? No, he's got the fancy tie and the 300 quid shoes and that one. So aye, corporate Simmy.
Corporate Simmy, I quite like that. My one, I was going to go for Kane, and I thought I was going to be quite clever about that one, but I'm going to go with my backup, and my backup was one of my favourite. I think it's very underrated, but I loved him on the mic. It's actually Road Dogg, because if you remember, he came in as singing Jesse James, I believe that's what it was, and he was, what's the blonde-headed guy who used to beat people with the guitar again? What was his name?
Again?
Jeff
Jarrett. He came up as his like backup singer, and then it was a really cheesy storyline. He had a country song; it was like number 10 on the charts. And then he went away for a wee bit, and then he came back as the Road Dogg, talking trash, and then obviously formed the New Age Outlaws with Billy Gunn, or Mr. Ass as he used to be called, and then went into the New Age Outlaws. And I think he's still classed this day. Yeah, he was one of my all-time favourites, and just to see where he came from, like the singing backup singer, to a really funny guy on the card, one of the most dominant tag teams and factions of all time. So that was my one. Simmy, we'll start off with your one. What's some of the things about Raven, or that maybe some of the younger audience hadn't known? What really gravitated? What got you to him?
Well, first it was just his image. I mean, I was listening to I still do, a lot of Pearl Jam, Nirvana, that type of thing. I was a big, massive grunge fan. That kind of 90s music. And Raven came out dressed like the epitome of that era. You know, and his promos were excellent. He kind of played this cult-like leader in ECW and WCW. He had his wee gang where it was called Raven's Nest or Raven's Flock. He could get people to do what he wanted from his promos, like I just said, were excellent. His in-ring work, he didn't do a lot to get over. Yeah. I mean, Raven was sitting in the corner and that got a pop.
Simmy, do you reckon there's a bit of Charles Manson influence with the whole Raven's Flock fucking sort of thing, you know what I mean, like the Manson family?
Definitely. Definitely. I mean, some of his feuds, I mean, it's the Sandman feuds, when he brainwashed the Sandman's wife and turned his own son against him. And there was a big controversial when he went and crucified the Sandman.
No, you were going to say.
Kurt Angle actually walked at the building. But his feud with Tommy Dreamer was just total genius. I mean, he's fighting this guy for a year. And Tommy Dreamer's the babyface. Raven's the bad guy. Raven wins every single time. He beats them every time for a year. He's battering them, pinning them, all sorts. And it made perfect sense when Raven eventually got that win. It put Tommy Dreamer through the stratosphere. You know, because it didn't harm his character. Tommy Dreamer getting beat every month, every week. Didn't harm him. The crowd got more and more behind him. And then when Tommy Dreamer got that win, Raven eventually, the place just exploded. Went to WCW, had a decent run there. Good feuds with Benoit, DDP. Went to WWE, wasted them.
Hey, but Baz, what did you think of Raven?
He was a classic character. He was really good, but I echo Simmy's remarks in terms of, I thought they started wasting him a wee bit towards the end, certainly in WWF/E.
I'll say to anybody kind of listening there, like, if you're looking for a good Raven match, look up, I can't remember the event, but it's on the network. It's against Diamond Dallas Page in a Bowery death match, basically a cage full of weapons. Got a very interesting ending, but the match itself is absolutely cracking, and I'm pretty sure, if I recall, in a triple threat match with DDP and Chris Benoit. Again, I forget the title. There's some actually, if you look at a bit off field, TNA, he fought Jeff Hardy in a cage match, and it's absolutely cracking. That's when TNA was kind of at its peak.
Is that when they had the 6-sided ring? like for AJ Styles, Samoa Joe and everything. Yeah, and like Abyss and that, they used to be crazy back then. So that's kind of Raven. What about you, Baz? Like your choice, which was tremendous, Kane.
So Kane came in. He was Undertaker's brother. Ripped the door off Hell in a Cell when he was fighting Shawn Michaels, and he's had a tremendous career. But then won all sorts of titles. Both with Taker, Brothers of Destruction, and also as an individual, he's won the heavyweight belt, Intercontinental. I think he even won the hardcore as well. Isaac Yankum, Fake Diesel, very forgettable, right? So there's not really much to say about that. But I know the Kane character is very similar to the Undertaker character, but in his own respect, he's been a very successful. Glenn Jacobs has been a very successful wrestler, and the Kane character has been a very successful character.
It's what I love about Kane as well. Like Kane would fit an Inferno match, right? And the first one's against Undertaker. And Undertaker comes doing his kind of black leather kind of gear, and he's got no sleeves. I mean, top. Kane comes doing wearing an extra sleeve that never used to wear before, but all of a sudden he's wearing a full bodysuit. I think Kane's losing this.
Did you see that? See the fight when Taker kicks him and he falls back? Now he's got a big sleeve on here, right? And he's not got a sleeve. He's got nothing on this arm. So he goes back into the fire, and the arm goes in, and it starts catching fire. But it says he's got up in flames. The arm with no sleeves accidentally goes back, touches the flames, and he goes like that. He goes, "Ah, you fucker!" Funny, do you know what I'm talking about? The funniest one is when Kane came in, Taker said, "I'm not fighting my brother. I promised my mom and dad I wouldn't fight my brother." Sure as fuck, a couple of weeks pass. Undertaker comes back, said, "Right, that's it. I went to heaven and spoke to my mom and dad, and they said it's all right. I'm allowed to kick fuck at you." Hang on a minute, mate. You might be like a mad demon. How did you get into heaven? Did you maybe he showed up at the door and he's like, St. Peter's Stone there's like, "Listen, mate, I know you're not going to let me in. Any chance you say to my mom and dad just to come out of the window a wee minute? I need to speak to them a second. Look, you know you're not allowed to come. I know, St. Peter, come on. It's the Undertaker. Come on, any chance? Right, just wait there. You're not getting in. Just sit in the fucking waiting room. I'm not letting you in." Look, he's been a wee. You've probably not noticed, but he's been a wee fud. I'm going to need to fucking slap him about a bit. Right, I thought that. That's what I thought. Right, good to see you. Right, cheers. See you in a bit.
Aye. But the best part about that whole storyline is, right, the Undertaker's like, Paul Brothers like this, Kane set a fire when you were kids, and he went and murdered your man, dad, and he was in an asylum, even though a few years later we'll forget he was in an asylum, and he was at high school, had a burden or that, we'll forget about that from the, and he was in an asylum, he was there forever until I broke him out, and I got him some new gear, and I took him to the ring and battled you. And you're not going to fight him? No, I'm not going to fight him. Barry says, goes to heaven, talks to his old man, sorts it out, goes back down, fights Kane. A few months later, Kane, I know you didn't set that fire because I did it and I meant it. I tried to kill you. But wait a minute. So you don't want to fight your brother because you know he killed your man dad by accident. But it was you the whole time. And that's just, wait a minute. So Kane has been in an asylum all this time, full of guilt. No. I'm lost here. I mean, I can stretch believability. I mean, I can understand Undertaker getting buried alive, setting fire, gone to heaven. You know, Royal Rumble '94. Actually, you actually see him go to heaven when he flies up into the roof. I can believe all of that, but that storyline just you kind of lost me a wee bit with the twist there.
Yeah, I've got some funny ones, but I've got some real ones as well from the comments. So let me get to the real ones. Then I'm getting it because some of them made me really laugh. So let's get to some of these. Kind of obvious. This is what comes from Richard McCauley. He went with Braun Strowman, the worst member of the Wyatt family, to rival in the Beast in terms of popularity, and within a year and a half. So I think that's fair to say actually, because he used to wear the black mask, never used to speak in the Wyatt family. Now he's like pop he gets.
He was a big dumpling in the Wyatt family. They kind of like, oh, we're going to do with this guy. He's going to be the kind of whipping boy of the Wyatt family. Yeah, but now you're right. He's going to break out stars.
Absolutely, yeah. In the last year or so. What about you, Baz? You got anything to say on the big man himself, Big Braun? The next WWE Universal Champion, by the way, I called it, I believe.
No, I've got nothing to say.
You didn't rate him, do you?
It's a big idiot.
The big idiot, okay. Right, so I've got a couple of other ones I want to read. I actually really like this one. I swear to God, all the ends I thought about, I've kind of already went, but this one I didn't, and I didn't think it. He said Matt Hardy. Because he was kind of tired and everything like that, to this broken Matt Hardy gimmick that kind of took over the world. Everyone was slating it, then everybody fell in love with it. I think that's maybe one of the most successful ones, and that comes in from Luke at them. He wrote Matt Hardy. That's basically what he wrote on it.
That's what I was talking about at the beginning. Because that's what I was saying. My backup guy wasn't somebody that was rubbish, reinventing himself and getting good, you know. Because Matt Hardy's was a legend before, but him doing that broken gimmick's one of the greatest things ever. And actually, I had the pleasure of seeing him doing that live in East Kilbride last year.
Really?
From, BCW independent promotion, and I'm like a few feet away from him, and he's doing the whole broken gimmick and he's walking about the ring and all that. It was incredible to see. It was absolutely brilliant, you know.
Yeah, I think that's one of the most successful because he didn't just do it at WWE. He actually went away and done it in the Indies, and I think that's one of the most like the cool thing because he didn't have like the cameras and everything around him, like the big names and that. He actually done it on his own, and it was honestly. See, I'm gonna be honest. See, when I first seen it, I thought it was the cheesiest, worst thing I've ever seen. See, when I seen it about 3 or 4 times, I went, I kind of love this.
Sure.
This one was quite interesting. It went with Dolph Ziggler. So this one was actually tweeted into me, sorry. It went from Spirit Squad, nobody to jobbers in the squad to one of the most exciting people. I think Dolph Ziggler's going to be one time we speak about in the podcast. I think he's got a lot of failed potential because I thought he could have been really good. I think he spends too much time trying to be Shawn Michaels rather than being Dolph Ziggler. But yeah, that was a good shout as well because he did reinvent himself from the Spirit Squad to the show off and blah, blah, blah. Last one I read out is, I think this was put as a joke about Jinder Mahal from jobber to WWE champion. I wanted to give that to Baz to see his opinion. Someone went like,
mate, it's a fair point. I mean, fucking Jinder Mahal was rubbish in the first place, wasn't he? He came in and they created this 3-man band, which was just stupid. 3 of the most different characters. If it was maybe Heath Slater and Big Drew then, and they brought in somebody else, fair enough, you could see it because they two kind of do look like rock stars. What the fuck is Jinder Mahal doing in a rock band? Do you know what I mean? So that didn't work. So he kids on, he's this big fucking loaded guy. He's running about with
Singh Brothers.
What's his name? Giant, the Great Khali. Delete Singh's his real name, right? The Giant Khali. That doesn't work. Put him in a stupid rock band. That doesn't work. Fucks off and takes steroids for 4 years. Gets just out his tits, comes back, and then they think, you know what we can do? How many people in India, as we said in the last podcast, 172 million people. Some of them are going to buy a T-shirt, so we'll put the strap on them. But it's worked for them, so fair play.
Is that a thumbs up then for the Jinder Mahal?
Thumbs up, aye.
Thumbs up. Do you know what I remember? There's 3MB with that comedy jobber band group. All 3 of them won a championship in the last year.
Drew McIntyre, Heath Slater. I love Heath Slater. See this? I got kids. That always makes me laugh. I swear to God, every time he says it. Like, I really just makes me laugh. He's kind of died out now because of like the stuff in Rhino's got a wee bit boring, but yeah, I'd like to see him. But that's actually a fair point. Trying to think if anyone else. There's obviously big ones that I didn't really want to talk about. Stone Cold, The Rock, because we kind of touched on them. Undertaker was one of his most common, so I thought it was going to be quite clever and say Kane because I thought everyone would think he's Undertaker. But someone
Triple H is a good one because he changed his total gimmick.
Paul, what was his name? Like it was like he was like the waiter guy or something like that, wasn't he? What was he?
I was Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
Like he always used to be that.
You know, it was a total different gimmick he ended up doing. It wasn't even so much an evolution; it was a leap. You know, you've also got kind of like Mankind, obviously.
Oh, yeah, because I was gonna say he's got 3 ones. It was surprising.
Here's one. It's pretty good. He's not a wrestler though; it's actually a manager. And I can't remember other gimmicks. Vicky Guerrero.
Excuse me.
In 1990, a guy joined one of the most successful tag teams of all time, right? This tag team was called Demolition. Now, to this day, I believe they still hold the record for holding the tag team titles as a collective. You know, they might have won it, lost it, and won it, but I'm pretty sure New Day took the record, you know, having it the longest. But, you know, I'm pretty sure if you put all the days together. So this guy came in 1990. He was called Crush, joined Demolition. And he left in 1991, reinvented himself, returned in 1992 as a guy called Crush, right? Only this time, Crush looked like a Hawaiian guy, right? Big fucking long mullet. He was a surfer and all that. In fact, I think he tried to body slam Yokozuna and all that. And, you know, he was a bit of a baby face. Anyway, he left due to back injury. In 1993, he came back, reinvented as a guy called Crush, right? This time he was called Kona Crush, managed by Mr. Fuji, and he was a bit. Do you remember Lord Tensai, the guy that came for? Well, it was fucking Albert, wasn't it? He went out to the Orient, spent some time, came back. Well, you've got Kona Crush. There's actually a fight with him on YouTube, and he fights Matt Hardy. Matt Hardy's hair is about the length of yours, Craig. It's quite short, So you should try and watch that, Matt Hardy versus Kona Crush. Anyway, in 1993, he was arrested and got the sack. In 1996, he came back to the WWE as this character guy called Crush. Only this time, he was the leader of a biker gang. Disciples of Apocalypse. He had some really good feuds with Nation of Domination. Who was the other? What was that other mob called? Simmy? Nation of Domination.
Los Boricua.
Aye, that mad mob. So anyway, but 1997 he left, went to WCW, NWO, round about 1998. He's finally the pennies dropped. After about 10 years, he drops the Crush thing and calls himself his real name, Brian Adams. In 1999, the Kiss were doing some sort of promotion with WCW, and he came out dressed like fucking Gene Simmons. It was called the Demon, the Kiss Demon. That quickly got dropped, and it was gave to somebody called Dale Torberg or something. 2000, they started Chronic with a guy called Brian Clark, used to be Adam Bomb. So that really worked from the Chronic tag team, really good. 2001, came to WWE, first fight, Taker and Kane, deed, two of them, destroyed, gone. And he has actually, to be fair, God rest his soul. So there's the evolution of a character. For 8 years, the guy reinvented himself and said, I'm not changing my fucking name. Crush.
Stick to what you know, mate. He's got marketing. He's only got t-shirts.
You know.
So let's get to this week's wrestling. So I'm going to start off with Raw because I think that's probably the best way to start. Now, when this actually goes live, there will be the latest episode of Raw, but we'll speak about that next week just for the timing wise. But yeah, this week in Raw was quite an interesting one, and I thought I'm going to start with actually the main event, just because it has a couple of superstars there I want to get Simmy's opinion on. Now, it was kind of like the standard thing you get in wrestling when you have quite a lot of good people with heat. What they just did before a couple of pay-per-views, they're like, all right, we didn't come with today. Let's just put them as a tag team and have them fight. So that's what it was kind of like. So it was John Cena and Roman Reigns versus Samoa Joe and The Miz, who Simmy also was a big fan of. But yeah, it's an interesting thing to see the crowd not really sure who they hate more, Simmy, John Cena or Roman Reigns. So it was a very over tag team. But yeah, what was your thoughts on it? And what's your thoughts on Roman Reigns overall?
Well, my thoughts on the match itself, I thought it made perfect sense to kind of put the two of them together. And the WWE has been priming Reigns to take over Cena's mantle for quite a while now. And there's a reason for that. He's one of the biggest draws in the company. He's loved by all the Waynes and stuff like that. And people can turn around and say, I grew up during the Attitude Era, and Roman Reigns is too clean cut for me. And, you know, I don't like him. So, Vince McMahon doesn't care if you don't like him. Do you know why? Because 9 million other people, they like him. And they're buying these T-shirts, and they're cheering his name, and they're going onto YouTube and clicking on the link if the thumbnail is Roman Reigns and WWE's own channel. It was like something like it was the 4th highest merchandise seller I think it was last year. It might still be. It was only 4th. Aye. It was 4th behind Brock Lesnar, Undertaker and John Cena, who are now all part-timers. So he's the biggest merchandise seller or the full-timers now. People can say they like Roman Reigns. What are you doing buying his T-shirts for then? Just to throw in the bin. People are booing them. And people are booing them. You know. Mm-hmm. They're not getting their reaction. They're booing them. And it's also became, I think, pantomime as well, because Roman Reigns came in a match with Bray Wyatt, John Cena, AJ Styles, me, and it could be a 5-star match, and the crowd will chant, "This is awesome." Now, I refuse to believe all these other wrestlers are carrying Roman Reigns. And they turn around and say, but his promos are shite. Doesn't write them. He's not writing his promos. You know, his promos aren't even that bad. WrestleMania after Raw, he comes to the ring and the crowd are all shouting, you suck, boo Roman Reigns, fuck Roman Reigns, blah, 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 blah. All he did was stand so caught in for 5 minutes and say, "This is my yard now." Boom. And the place went nuclear. No.
That was also not on the script. He went off script for that, by the way, just let you know. He went off script. That was yeah.
That is something. Oh, there you go. Roman Reigns did a good promo. He goes, our script is one of the best promos of the year. Mm-hmm. You know, and it's fair enough. It's not like he's sitting there like for I know talking like a CM Punk pipe bomb type thing, but he knew how to work that crowd. Now, people might not like Roman Reigns, but they can't say they don't care about him. So, put him in a match with John Cena, and the John Cena thing I spoke about last week is total pantomime. You know, when he came back out of WrestleMania, the crowd started cheering them and started booing because they remember they're supposed to hate him. People seem to forget though that wrestling's not necessarily for the young adult male demographic anymore. It's mainly aimed towards Waynes, and the Waynes are the ones whose man dads are buying all the t-shirts, going to the events, loving it and all that. And maybe the older generation can boo Roman Reigns all they want. Vincent McMahon's not just putting him out there out of some kind of stubbornness. It's because he's making money.
That's very fair to say. And the one thing I would just want to confirm is he definitely did make up himself, because he was supposed to go on and do like a promo like about like the Undertaker and say all the stuff like good about Undertaker. But he thought to himself that he actually went off script because the crowd was so heated. Every time like he was thinking about speaking, they were just going mental. So he just says, you know what, I'm going to embrace it. And he went off script. And because I seen like one of the interviews and everything like that when he does confirm it was, I kind of liked it. But I know Baz has got something quite interesting to say about Roman Reigns. So Baz, you got a counter argument because Simmy's basically saying it's just a sort of pantomime, like they're just following the line because they booed John Cena. Roman Reigns is the new Cena. That's why they're booing him. Have you got a different opinion on Roman Reigns?
Oh, well, I'm going to say it was different, but I will say thanks to Simmy for confirming that the only reason is there is to sell T-shirts to the Waynes. Because that's the only reason I can fucking see why he's there. The whole thing about John Cena as well at SummerSlam, that match was just threw together because there was millions of kids in the audience. It'd be gutted if John Cena wasn't there. These adults are paying all this money to take their kids to go and see John Cena. If he doesn't show up at a live event, it's going to be a lot of upset kids. So Vince isn't daft, you know, he's looking after his pocket. But I'm glad that they agree on the fact that he's only there to sell fucking T-shirts. Now let's take a wee look at Roman Reigns, right? Let's take a look at his character. He still looks a tire off the Big Boss Man in the Attitude Era. Do you remember the Big Boss Man? After he started just wearing black, right? He's attire after the Big Boss Man, who's dead, by the way. He stole the dead guy's attire, right? He then stole that wee symbol in the front of his fucking T-shirt off Spider-Man. He then stole It's My Yard off Taker. He then stole all his stupid tattoos off The Rock, stole the Spider-Man punch, the Superman punch off George St. Pierre. He then stole the spear off pick one, Edge, Goldberg, or even Rhino. He then stole his stupid goatee beard off Jamie Noble, and he stole his fucking charisma off Chris Benoit. There you go. That's what I think of fucking Roman Reigns. Put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Does all that, and he's still the biggest superstar in the company.
This is a podcast on its own. Like,
because he a bunch of Waynes buying T-shirts, he's the biggest superstar. No, he's the biggest fucking merchandise.
He's also headlined the last 3 WrestleManias.
Good point there.
I was kind of hoping you weren't going to mention that.
Fine, and tell you what, let's turn Roman Reigns heel so the fans can cheer him. That's a great idea.
That's exactly what will happen. But the reason they've never done that with John Cena is because of the young kids.
Exactly. I mean, can you imagine John Cena as a bad guy turning up at hospital? John Cena's a real life Superman to these Waynes, a real life superhero, and he's walking into he's not a guy dressed up like John Cena walking into the hospital. It's actually him walking in there and giving these kids pep talks and stuff. And did you see that video? The woman that had cancer. I said,
listen, mate, you can't bring shit like that up in a fucking debate, man. That's out of order.
A point being, John Cena. If John Cena was a heel, can you imagine Kane turning up to hospitals?
Bray Wyatt showing up, and all the lights going out and all that. All these fucking old folk trying to get their phone out and all that. You know what I mean?
Right, I'm going to call it because I feel like this could go on forever and you two could battle for on and on and on. All I'm going to say about Roman Reigns is, actually, I didn't hate him. I actually think he's got quite a fun move set. I just don't know what he actually is. It kind of annoys me that he's kind of Cena 2.0. Sorry, Simmy, but he kind of is. That's why he's getting primed for. But I understand that. Like I said, I completely understand his points. He's good in the ring, so I didn't really care that much. Yeah, if he could just, I feel like if he went off script a wee bit more, embrace the hate, I think like it'd be more fun for me personally, just because I like the kind of the smart talkers and everything like that. Like that, this is my yard now, and drop the mic. That's badass. If he just stopped talking so much about like Candylands, remember all that stuff about the Big Show? Like he's going to climb up the beanstalk, and he's like, because I know that was fed to him, but surely he can say there at that time, I'm not saying that in front of everybody. That's embarrassing.
Really, no one is Vincent McMahon is writing the promos for him. So I say, Vince, I'm not saying that.
CM Punk did.
I will see now.
But yeah, so that's our thoughts on the Roman Reigns situation. The match itself. What did you?
I thought the match was fine. It was exactly what I expected. A Cena style television match, you know.
Yes, it was all right. It
does purpose. It does purpose. It gave John Cena and Roman Reigns a win. Made Cena look strong. Hashtag copyright. And also gave you a bit of dissension between the two of them. to build some kind of distrust there, you know. And during this feud, I know the crowd say, "Oh, I don't know who we hate more." Reigns will be the heel during this thing because he's more intense, he's more villainous, he's cocky. He's been showing a lot of cocky and arrogance, Reigns. In a lot of ways, he is a heel. The fans just don't even really notice it.
There was actually one more thing. It was actually the Brock Lesnar and Braun Strowman thing. I just wanted to get your quick little roundup. Brock was kind of doing his standard thing where he jumps about and Heyman's talking, but Braun comes down and they sort of getting a wee scrap. So it looks like they're kind of aiming that towards, what is their next pay-per-view? Is it No Mercy?
No Mercy.
Yeah, so it'll be No Mercy. So that'll be, it looks like it'll be Braun versus Brock. But with John Jones and that out of the UFC, like they're all saying like maybe Brock will stay longer with WWE. What are your thoughts? Do you think he's going to drop the belt in the future to Braun? And No Mercy, sorry.
He's contracted 2018, so right. I wouldn't imagine he's going anywhere anytime soon.
What are your thoughts on the big Braun? Because I can he's biggest fan, but he's against Brock. What's your thoughts?
He's a big idiot. He's a big idiot. Do you know what? I'll be honest with you. I reckon this is going to build up to what I said in the last one regarding Brock Lesnar. The last time he went on this crazy kick-ass run, it was somebody like Eddie Guerrero that ended up beating him. Oh, yeah. I can see. I mean, you got to remember Braun Strowman is on a fucking massive run now. I reckon Brock Lesnar. I mean, we did a day with Brock Lesnar if Braun Strowman beats him. Now Braun Strowman's the big badass. I reckon Brock Lesnar will beat him. And then it's like, right, so where are we going with this? And it's going to be somebody like Balor, Nakamura, somebody like that is going to come in and beat him. I don't reckon it's going to be your big giant guy that's going to beat your big giant guy. It's going to be the repeat of history where somebody like Eddie Guerrero's size is you know what I mean, Seth Rollins or something like that. It's going to end up beating him.
Yeah, that's probably. I think we kind of
AJ Styles most likely, to be honest. I think AJ Styles would be the man to do it.
Oh, I'd love that. I think he'd sell the absolute shit out of those suplexes as well. Like, can you imagine him got a suplex? That'd be absolute. He'd like fly right across the ring and hit the ropes. So right. I want to just speak about one thing about 205 Live, if I'm honest with you, because I thought Raw was just kind of standard after. Although I did like the crowd, 205 Live had one bit of interesting news, and it was Big Enzo Amore after his weird kind of win, where he was in a street fight, but the street fight was called off with Big Cass. I don't know how that happens. I don't know how you can stop a street fight. Anyway, he's went over to 205 Live and he's basically issued a challenge to Neville. Just wanted to see what your thoughts are. I personally think this is the best thing for Enzo because that crowd's normally dead anyway because it's filmed after SmackDown. I think I'll lift the crowd up and I think that's where he should be now because there's no point in this boring ass fucking in cages wearing your boxers. I'm done with it. I think 205 Live's perfect for him. Simmy, what do you think?
I agree, and I think it's interesting. A lot of people are saying they put him on 205 Live to humble him. It's like a punishment.
Yeah.
But they're putting him right in the main event picture. So it's not that bad. It's not that bad a thing. You know what I mean? He's got to be going for a guy that's kind of floating about Raw. You know, try to grab some attention to being in the main event of a program. The 205 Live might be they'll deprogram after like Raw, SmackDown, NXT, and 205 Live. Oh. But he's still in the mix with it, and he's Neville. People like Neville as a heel. He's a big draw. Yeah. You know, so that's a good for him. I think it's a good thing for 205 Live. It's a good thing for Enzo, and it'll get some fresh blood. Yeah,
because that roster, that like crowd that's at 205, none of them can talk on the mic, basically, apart from Neville. So it's good to have someone that can really go for it. Baz, what do you think about Enzo moving down, the little man?
Neville wears a cape. I love the man. Enzo, can't give too much of a fuck.
Let's move to SmackDown because I know all of us were probably all kind of excited. I think I actually ruined it for one of you by sending you the tweet early, so I do apologise, Baz. Bobby Roode debuted. Like, the crowd was absolutely berserk. It was amazing. What did you guys think? I'll try and give it to Baz because Baz has obviously got the glorious shirt, so I'll let him speak about it first and I'll give you Simmy's opinion and my own. So, Baz, what do you think about the glorious one?
Well, Bobby Roode, me and Simmy are massive Bobby Roode fans. Simmy's got the same T-shirt, and we've always, through the years, me and Simmy have always kept an eye on Bobby Roode, even in TNA, you know, when they were beer money and all this sort of stuff. Said how good with it if they were in WWE, and it didn't quite happen. Then he went to NXT, and when he went to NXT, we knew this was the state. And then he came out with, when he started that glorious entrance in TNA, what a fucking entrance it is, you know, with his robe looks better than Ric Flair's ever looked. And when he showed up on SmackDown, we kind of knew it was going to happen when he lost the belt on NXT. But it wasn't, I mean, he fought Aiden English and it didn't really mean it. And, you know, it was a pointless fight. We knew Bobby Roode was going to win it. It wasn't about the fight. It was about the, you know, the debut. And it was, what's the word I should use? Fantastic. Glorious.
That is the thumbnail voice. Thumbnail voice. I loved how the kite was so in it. Oh, look at him. Just magnificent. Look at Simmy. Look at him.
Do you know what? I don't know if I've still got them. We'll need to check on my phones and social media and stuff like that. But me and Simmy were in Sorrento for a friend's wedding, and we done a couple of glorious bombs. Did you ever see the glorious bombs on YouTube?
No.
If you've for anybody out there who's not seen the glorious bomb, what I suggest you do is go into YouTube and put it in glorious bomb.
Well, let's not jump ahead of yourself too much, because although he was on SmackDown, he's debuted, he was on NXT the next night, and he said, although he's debuting SmackDown, he's got unfinished business in NXT. First, he's going to embarrass Roderick Strong, and then he's going to have his rematch with Drew. So they're not going to push him too quickly in SmackDown. I'll give you a wee taste of him, but
didn't he do that to me?
He's still, I mean, he's not finished in NXT yet.
Can I just be honest, I hate like, I like Strong, I think he's a great wrestler, but see when I seen like the aftermath of NXT, how he says, blew him a kiss or something like that, I think they'd done that. I was like, no. And then I got excited when I seen him in SmackDown, and when I seen him on NXT, I was like, no. Hey, let's go to Nakamura, because I feel like I'm getting annoyed when I speak about this soon, but yeah. What's your thoughts on Nakamura? He obviously faced the Singh brothers, if you didn't know. Kind of average match. It was kind of funny, wee interesting thing. Like Jinder Mahal tried to like jump him at the end of the match, but Nakamura turned it back on him. But yeah, I'm already bored with it. But I'll give you guys your opinion first, so you can fire out. What do you think about Nakamura versus the Singh brothers?
It was what it was. You know, it was just it was a fresh matchup, which was quite good. It gave you the good guy a chance to get his revenge on the heels for SummerSlam and stuff. So it was simple, served its purpose. It's for a story point of view.
Baz, what do you think about Nakamura and where he's placing the card? All that is?
Well, I like Nakamura. He's a real deal. He's a championship contender. There's no doubt about it, and he's working his way up the ranks.
I'm just kind of bored with him. Like that's because I loved him in NXT. Like I fucking loved it. Like get so in his entrance, but I just feel like, you know what it is? I seen him on Talking Smack. Right, I don't know if any of you saw it, and it was really, really hard to watch. Like, does any seen it? Like when he's talking with JBL and Renee Young, you need to go back and watch that, because I think next week or whenever we do the next podcast, you will be like me and just be like, right, yeah, you can't talk, because JBL.
Oh, the guy can't string a fucking sentence. Do you know? I mean, they came out and he was like, I can't remember who he was talking to in the ring. He was trying to tell him it was Nakamura and all that.
Dolph Ziggler, right?
I think it was Dolph Ziggler. Aye, I'm like, dude, it's a wee bit homoerotic almost when he speaks.
Because he does all this weird thing. Like, I think he kissed someone's stomach in one of the matches and that as well. But the Talking Smack, like, JBL was asking him a question, right?
Don't get me wrong, I'd ride him into the quick, but I wouldn't want to fight him.
With those fucking kicks. JBL asked him a question, and then for about 11 minutes, he's just kind of gone. So you can actually see JBL kind of just looking off to the camera like, what the fuck do we do here? Because he's just kind of talking shit. Go back and watch if it's still there. I'm not surprised there's nothing to do, because you just see him going, like, just turning to look like, what the fuck's happened? Oh yeah. Oh, sorry. One last thing. Shelton Benjamin. He came back to WWE. Didn't you see that? Yeah. For a kind of pointless thing with Chad Gable. It was cool to see him. The pop was cool, but he just seems already lost in the card.
Shelton Benjamin at the time. What was the other guy? Charlie Haas or something. His name was.
Yeah.
Do you know what? They were arguably one of the best tag teams. They were definitely the best tag team at the time.
I love them.
You know, you could argue they were maybe one of the top 50 tag teams of all time, but they were good at the time.
I love Charlie.
I don't know if he still got it. I remember when I seen Shelton Benjamin come off the top rope. He was outside the ring, spring shotted himself up onto the top rope, jumped all the way across to the other side of the ring, and Shawn Michaels got up and super kicked him right in the face. And then when he jumped, he sold it. His feet didn't even touch the mat. He went all the way over and landed in his back.
Decent show. So lads, I'm actually going to fire you the question now. I'm going to tell you my answer. I want you to put your opinion down below on my answer and also your own. We're going to ask the lads the next time. But yeah, I feel like we need to get this said. I need to get it off my chest. So, who is the most overrated superstar of all time that you can think of? I'll give you a couple of minutes to fire in the comments, and then I'm going to tell you my own one. It's going to be interesting, and then again, Baz and Simmy will tell them theirs next week, and we'll review yours on the comments below. But yeah, 3, 2, 1. The most overrated superstar of all time, in my personal opinion, is The Undertaker.
Oh, fuck you, man.
I've never got it. I'm going to be honest with you. I've just never been in. When the street was bought, I was actually excited because I was like, cool. And that's honestly The Undertaker. I swear to God. See when you showed me the folder?
You're trolling, mate. Where is the fucking folder? I don't even know what it is.
See,
you're just trolling, mate.
No, I swear to God, I've just never got it. I just think he's like his entrance takes too long. I zoom out. I'm like, great. Here he comes to job another person, like to go over someone else, like Bray Wyatt.
Were you there in 1992 when Undertaker debuted at Survivor Series? I was fucking there. 1991.
90. Sorry.
1990 when Undertaker debuted at Survivor Series. I was there. In 1991 when he beat Hogan at Survivor Series. I was there. Tuesday night in Texas the following week. I was at school. The guy has dominated the WWE for fucking years. The Undertaker is the benchmark. And you're going to get fucking super kicked next time I see you.
So yeah, lads, that is going to be my opinion on the most overrated superstar. We will get to Simmy's and Baz next time on the podcast. Make sure to put yours down below. I'm sure you have strong opinions on it. That has honestly been I've just never got it, lads. I'm going to be honest with you. I
think it's time for a heel turn. Wolfpack NWO breakaway for next podcast.
I'm not going to be on the podcast. Welcome to episode 2 of Kayfabe Boom, the last episode ever, because I ain't never going to film with me. Undertaker Overrated, my opinion. I've been CJ Over 92. That has been Simmy. That has been Baz.
You're going to rest in peace.
I like it. And bye-bye.